Did you manifest this? You're a real deal fan, right?
I am a real deal fan. Like Holly, since about 7, 8 years old, I'd watch it with my father. So I grew up with it. All the iterations of it. I love it. So I had always been sort of saying it to people, gosh, I wish I could be on Star Trek someday. And then it actually happened. And then I was saying, gosh, I wish I could play a Klingon. And then it sort of happened. I sort
Klingon
of play
adjacent.
a Klingon. I play a Klingon. I play half Klingon, half Tellarite.
Right.
And the Tellarites are these really, really, really aggressive, disputatious pig people. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm all over that. So I got to play up. I'm the bad guy. It's fantastic. There's a great tradition of bad guys. I get to do it. So I'm happy as a pig in shit.
Welcome to the main stage here at the Javits Center, home of New York Comic Con. This very space is where all of the magic happens all weekend long. We are bringing you so many great panels and videos, some of them hosted by me, your video producer and host Ashley Victoria Robinson, and some of them hosted by a slew of amazing talent. If you want to be able to make sure that even though you're not with us or you're catching up at home, you see everything that happened this year in 2025, head over to thepopverse.com. We've got memberships, we've got so much access to all the coolest stuff. In the meantime, sit back and enjoy your feature panel presentation.
You guys good? Welcome to our Star Trek Universe panel. I love Star Trek, I love Comic-Con. It's like peanut butter and jelly. They go together, don't they, guys? Come on. My name is Josh Horowitz. I host a podcast called Happy, Sad, Confused, and I get to host a bunch of panels at Comic-Con, but I always say this: Star Trek is special. Star Trek, there's nothing like it. It is special to me. It's special to all of you, I know. I went to Star Trek conventions here in New York as a kid, not so far from here. I waited online for Gene Roddenberry's autograph. I have no idea where it is anymore. I have deep regrets. But to be here, honestly, is always such a thrill. Are you guys excited for today's panel? Because we have a really exciting lineup. Star Trek always brings it to Comic-Con. We've got new footage, we have exclusive news, and we have the casts and producers of Star Trek Strange New Worlds and Starfleet Academy today, guys. Come on. So, a little history here. In 2026, Star Trek boldly goes into its 60th year, guys. So, of course, there is very special stuff cooking. There will be exciting collaborations happening all year long, kicking off on New Year's Day with a customized float in the Rose Parade. How about that, guys? Come on. Look how cool that is. We also may just have some talent on that float as well. We all can't wait to hear about that, so stay tuned for more on that. I'll be watching on New Year's Day. I know all of you will be as well. And trust me, there are many more exciting 60th anniversary announcements to come, so stay tuned. Okay, enough about that. Let's get to these exciting casts. We're gonna kick this off with Strange New Worlds. You ready? These guys literally just got off a plane. They're in the middle of making this, but they came here for you, so I want you to make them feel welcome. Please welcome the cast and executive producers. Give it up for the executive producers. Alex Kurtzman. Alex, come on out. Akiva Goldsman. Akiva, come on out. Henry Alonzo Myers, come on out. And the amazing cast of Strange New Worlds, it's Ethan Peck. Ethan! Celia Rose Gooding. Celia, join us. Melissa Navia, join us. And Martin Quinn, come on out.
What's up, New York? I love my city.
That gives you a little energy boost. You're in the middle of production, you get off a plane, you feel good. That's nice to experience, isn't it?
For sure, for sure.
Amazing. Welcome, guys. Alex, let's start with you. Look, you've had a lot on your shoulders these years. You're the creative force behind Star Trek as we know it today. Talk to me about heading into the 60th year? What's that responsibility like, honoring Trek? And, I mean, you've had a lot of time to think about this. Why is Trek lasting so well into its 60th year? What is it about Trek for you all these years in?
I think Trek has lasted as long as it has because it is a pure expression of who we are as a species and as people. And there's an essential optimism about Star Trek that we need in every generation. In some respect, we all wish we didn't need it as much as we do, with the world as divided as it can be. But we need it because it guides us to our better angels. It tells us that there is the possibility of us taking all the things that divide us and putting them in the rearview mirror and allowing ourselves to evolve to a better place. And that's a message that is timeless. It's going to go on for another 60 years and another 60 after that. And I think it's a beautiful, beautiful thing, which is why we are so lucky to be doing this job. It never gets old, ever. To get to go to work every day and work on Star Trek and imagine a future that's brighter with people who, and if you went to any of the sets and talk to any of the crew members, you'll find that everyone is an unbelievable fan. And they know what a privilege it is to be working on these shows. And so, I mean, it's kind of a prerequisite of doing the shows is you have to love it. You have to love it. You have to love it in your soul. And you have to believe in its message, and you have to want to keep telling stories and keep taking it to another place. And I don't know, I just consider myself to be I love my job. I love the people I do it with. I love Star Trek.
Well, Kiva, we were talking backstage. I mean, in these times, like, Star Trek is a constant, and it's important to have Trek in these, it's crazy times, and it's always there for us dealing with issues in profound ways. And there's something comforting, I know, for me, and I think for everybody here, that Trek soldiers on.
Yeah, I think that the thing about Star Trek is it's never been value neutral. It comes out of the gate promising our best. And as Alex said, particularly now, the idea that our best can triumph over that which is darkest within us seems really relevant.
For Akiva and Henry, I'd love to talk a little bit about, so season 3 finale. It's not a traditional cliffhanger necessarily, but we do have some major events, obviously. Talk to me a little bit about how Pike's trauma, how Batel's transformation impacts season 4.
Which one is season 3?
It's the one that just finished coming out.
Is it good? Did they like it?
It was good.
Okay.
You should check it out. It's really good.
The one with the Vesda.
Oh, the Vesda. They were scary. Yeah.
They were scary.
The amazing thing about Pike as a fractal of Star Trek storytelling, I think, is how do you have joy in the face of adversity? How do you grow and yearn and live and love, knowing that your time is limited? And that's true for all of us, but for Anson's Pike, it's writ large, right? It's been, since the beginning of the show, sort of the thematic underpinning. So we wanted to give that character a beautiful life within the construct of what we knew his life had to be. And so we cribbed shamelessly from Inner Light, and we created an inflection point where he could have his hopes and dreams realized and then come back to find that that love that he shared with Batel was the engine of triumph over evil, because that's all we do is triumph over evil every episode, mostly.
And for Henry, anything you want to weigh in terms of where we're headed into season 4 based on those pivotal events?
Well, we also wanted to show the first mind meld with the Spock and with James T. Kirk. That was like a big pivotal moment that we wanted to get to. I mean, come on. Some of your job is you wake up and you say, what is the thing I always wanted to see on Star Trek? And getting to do that is like is an incredible gift. So we did that. All I would say about season 4 is that we wanted to go for broke. You know, we really wanted to not leave anything behind, which is a broad way of saying, go in every day like this is the last time you're going to get to do it. What is it you want to do? Let's do those. That's what I would say about season 4.
Ethan, operating on zero sleep, you're going to spill all the secrets for me right now, right?
Probably.
So, talk to me a little bit about where we're finding Spock in season 4 for you. Obviously, we saw his relationships grow with Chapel and La'an, obviously with Kirk, played by the great Paul Wesley. What can you tease about where we find Spock in season 4? You're allowed to say everything.
Nothing.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'll comment to Spock's sort of experimental years that he's in Strange New Worlds. I think these relationships are helping us find the Spock that we end up with in the original series. Great job, thank you very much. And it's so interesting because he's had these very intimate relationships with Chapel and then La'an, and then with that he will then have with Kirk. And I think that these relationships will inform his relationship with Kirk in a really interesting way. And I think they meet, and there's sort of this instant connection, sort of like a platonic falling in love, I like to call it. And I'm so excited to see Paul bring his wit and his charm to this character, and to bring us closer together, Spock and Kirk. Yeah, and hopefully we'll see more of that. I don't know if we will, but it might be in season 4. I'm not sure.
Celia, let's talk about Uhura, the great
Yeah.
Uhura. Come on.
You're so nice to me. Thank you.
Just want to live in this room, don't you? It's a good place to be.
Do you want to sing that song?
The Whitney one?
The song that everybody was singing out back.
Oh,
when we were out back.
Oh, Jesus. No, so whoever was in the audience would have put me to shame. You did such a great job.
We'll give it a shot.
And I will always love you.
Anyway, no big deal. So Celia, you personally pitched the idea of Uhura having a romantic arc this
I
season.
did let that secret slip, yes.
So what inspired that request? How did it feel to explore that side of the character?
It felt so right. I mean, Uhura is affectionately known as the heart of the Enterprise, or the voice of the Enterprise. And I think it was really important to me after the first couple of seasons that we had, where she was dealing with a lot of grief and insecurity and a real lack of foundation that she felt within herself. And when season 3 came around, I yanked Henry and Akiva into a Zoom call, and I said, if you make me mourn one more person, I'm gonna lose my mind. But I really wanted to show off a more recognizable side of herself, which is her heart, her curiosity, her playfulness, her flirtation. Nichelle Nichols was such a frickin' fox, and it was so important for fans to see pieces and flecks of the version of herself that she will then grow into in the Strange New Worlds Uhura, in my Uhura. And it felt right to be like, she's growing up, she's growing her hair out, let's let her flirt a little bit, let's show that off. And beyond how fun it is to play opposite someone like Minor Lucan, who played Humberto Ortegas, was so fun to play opposite, and we fell into our chemistry immediately. I think it was really important to just continue to make that character more and more recognizable. I mean, the perks of playing a legacy character is that you know who she will grow into, but the fun thing that we get to do as the person who plays her and the people who build her, we get to decide how she gets there. And I think what we see in season 3 is just exactly what we were hoping for, a piece of herself that is still in that awkward in-between phase of what we know as our early 20s. It's like the teenage era of your adulthood. It's so awkward. And it was really nice to be able to live in that sort of spongy, tender, warm place in a positive light, as opposed to the still equally valid, equally human, equally important piece, which is growing into yourself and learning to love yourself and learning to acknowledge what makes you so important and special to the team that you work with. I think in the musical episode, we really see the reckoning that she comes to and keep us connected, where she finally like looks to the heavens, or the whatever that big light tube is in the engineering room. What is it? What is it, Martin? The
It's
thing?
light tube. That's what it's called.
Warp core? Thank you. Y'all know. Bless you. When she's looking into the heavens that are the warp core, and she's like, oh, that's what I do. I keep us connected. For the next thing for her to be a warm openness, to keep that openness available, reflected outward, it just felt so right. And I'm so lucky that they listened to me and gave me what I wanted. Thank you, fathers. Thank you, dads.
You mentioned musical episode. I mean, one of the really cool things I think about the show is the willingness to kind of genre hop and really experiment. I mean, you guys have obviously done noir mystery, a cosmic horror, a fantasy wedding, a little bit of everything. I'd love you guys to talk, Akiva and Henry, maybe about working with the folks behind the scenes in accomplishing these kind of big swings.
Well, look, this is probably a good time to remind everyone that like just coming up with an idea is usually where it starts, and what we then lean on is a bunch of incredibly brilliant people. I mean, Jonathan Lee, who designs all of our sets, Jay-Z, John Zimmerman, who does all of our, Jason Zimmerman, excuse me, who does all of our VFX. Glenn Keenan, who does all of our, he's our DP. Everything you see and the way it looks and the color and everything comes from him. But one of the people who is just like heart and soul of our show, Bernadette Croft, who does all of our designs. Every suit you see. I mean, it's you don't remember this sometimes when you're looking at it. You're looking at Star Trek, nothing was purchased. Every single thing that someone is wearing was made by her and by her designers. It's a huge number of people, and it takes a lot of time and effort and everything. And that's what it takes just to make it look realistic, you know. So, I mean, if there's anything more we can tell you about her, that's what I would lean on.
I think we actually have a little piece of tape we can.
Oh, that's great. Oh, funny. Oh, yeah. No, seriously, Bernadette is a genius, and I think you will enjoy finding out more about how she works.
Take a look. Here we go. The best of the best in front and behind the camera, definitely.
Paul's ass look that big
Melissa,
from out there, or was it just from down here? That was
it's powerful. It's powerful stuff.
You get to keep the costumes too. That's part of the gig too. That's great. What a bonus.
I'm gonna let Bernadette know that you said that in front of all these people, and if she doesn't come through on it, she has to call you.
Melissa, some juicy stuff in season 3 for you. Talk to me a little bit about. You get a script like Terrarium. That's a moment, I would think. What did you make of it when you get that script?
309 for me was, I know something that the fans have been asking for a very long time. It's funny because when we started shooting and we were finished with season 1, it never occurred to me that Ortegas got any less screen time than the rest of the crew, and I think that's a testament to the writing and just the fact that our crew works so well together. We play off of each other, and you feel like in every episode we give exactly what is needed, But it was when season 1 came out that fans professed their love for Ortegas, and I am forever grateful to them for that. Like I always say that what we do is half of the work, right? And the fans in this franchise are the other half. And to be on a crew with so many legacy characters, with characters that people have grown up with and who they have such an adoration for, and then to be creating this new character, like you were saying, it's great to play a character where you know where they're going. I love that for Ortegas, we don't know where she's going. And so in season 3, Henry and Akiva, they just worked out this really beautiful arc that ended with, I didn't expect, I wanted a bigger story. I didn't know they were going to give me an episode, you know? It's just like I wanted to like incrementally get bigger and bigger. But the fan response critically and especially from the fans was just absolutely overwhelming. Like I was stunned for about a week. And from old and new fans alike. But it just gave me an opportunity to, I mean, we know how amazing our crew is, like our film crew, our TV crew. But I got to play for 2 weeks. You know, the rest of my cast went on vacation, literally, for at least a week. And yeah, we got to see this arc with Ortegas where she's dealing with trauma, she's dealing with grief, and Ortegas has a backstory, right? She's the helmsman and she's also a soldier, and so there's been, you know, storylines and pieces of her that I've known about since the beginning. I've spoken with Henry and Akiva about, and they've always influenced what I've done with her and what you've seen on the bridge and what you've seen throughout the show. But getting an opportunity to play a side of her where she's been through so much, but for the first time we see that she feels really, truly broken and how she comes back from that. And you know, Alan McElroy, our fantastic writer, Andrew Coots, our amazing director and editor, who were my dream team for that episode. They just, they brought out the best in me, the best in Ortegas, and yeah, I really can't think of a better franchise and a better show to work for. So, there you go.
Martin, Scotty's in the house. Hi, Martin. How's it going?
Hi. How you doing? Martin. You know, I brought my glasses with me so that I could see you all, but I can't see you anyway. It's pointless. The lights are right in our eyes anyway.
It's better not to see them. There are too many of them. There are a lot.
Terrifying. Terrifying.
I'm giving you a great opportunity here. You can will into existence a Scotty-centric episode. Celia basically made her arc happen, so this is your opportunity now. What's the Scotty-centric episode you'd like to see?
I would like if we visited Scotland at some point. That would be cool. You know? I don't know if there was like some kind of barmy with the Loch Ness Monster or something, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not a writer. I don't know.
Don't be shy.
But there's so many great, talented Scottish actors, not to replace myself with, but...
No, Martin, quiet. Put it down. Put it down.
What have I done? But, you know, it would be nice to involve some of the great Scottish talent that I know. And also, it's beautiful, you know. Round Loch Lomond is amazing, all of the Highlands. You could get some great shots there, you know. It would rain most of the time, but, yeah, just bring an umbrella.
Sold. We're in. Greenlit. As I said before, I believe all of you flew in from the set today, basically. Talk to me a little bit about it. It must be a little bittersweet. You guys are in the last days, the last months of making this show that's so close to all of your hearts. It's changed all of your careers, I would expect. Just give me a sense of literally, you know, like how you've been feeling as you approach these final days of Strange New Worlds and how it's changed you, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, being on the bridge is every day that we're on it, you know, you're kind of just like, how many more days are we going to have where we're all together? But since the beginning, and I've spoken about this whenever anyone's asked me, like, you know, we talk about what is it like, what was it like the first time stepping onto the bridge of the Enterprise, and, you know, all of my fellow castmates were like, it was incredible, it was fantastic, I couldn't believe it, and I walked on, you know, just regular, anxious, stressed out Virgo me, and I was just like, how do I fly this thing? And that stress has never fully left me, which I think is a good thing. And so one of the many, many great things about our cast is that they are just consummate professionals. Like, you know, we get this question so often at conventions. They're like, who's the biggest practical joker, you know, in the cast? And we're like, who has time for that? You know, and it's the same thing as we're shooting season 5. Like every day we're still like, our mission is to put out the best possible stories we can, and to do that we have to be fully present every day. So it's like this weird mix of like, and we also really get along, which is very helpful. You know, we all like each other, which is a big part of enjoying life. And so it's this thing where it's like it's bittersweet, but I think only you know, when the final episode and the final shot and everything happens, is it, you know, are we going to be able to really be like, oh, it's over? But if you enjoyed every day, and I think, Henry, you said this earlier in an interview, if you enjoy every single day, you know, you're not going to miss out on anything. So that's how I'm looking at it. It's just been a fantastic ride, and you guys are going to keep watching it forever, and that makes us too. So, you know, so it's not an end; it's just a continuation.
It's exactly as Melissa said, and there's so much more Trek coming your way from us. Like our chapter of filming may be coming to a close, but we still have as many conventions as they'll let us show up to. We still have all of the press upcoming for the upcoming season. I mean, we just finished an incredible season, season 4. Just when you think that we've pulled all the punches we can, we've taken the biggest swings possible, we get a new script and we're like, oh, okay, we're gonna do this too. Fun, 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 fun. Like it's a wealth of playtime that we get. And so while shooting season 5, we're in the middle of one of the most spectacular episodes. And you don't really have time to think about it ending because you have to drop into the Enterprise and try and save the world, or the many worlds that we strangely and newly work with. You see what I'm trying to work out here. Pretend it landed. I
love her. I love her.
love you. I think, we are so in it that I think on that last day when we're all like weeping and holding each other, that's when we realize that it's behind us. But there's a lot more Trek coming. We don't got time to mourn. We got a universe to save, baby.
Yeah. Well, speaking of more Trek, before we let you guys go, Kiva, Henry, I mean, you've come this far. Is there anything else you can share, perhaps, about the next season?
Did you bring a thing?
I mean, which specific thing?
I'd like anything. I didn't bring anything.
I didn't bring.
This is all
Nobody
correct.
brought anything? Did you
Oh,
bring?
wait. Oh, no. You know, I did. I actually did.
You did?
I did. Now that
Okay.
I should check my phone and make sure it's still
Is
on
it on it?
Yep. No,
Okay.
it's on it.
All right. You want to see some of it? Henry brought it.
There's a.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a little
Yeah,
piece from
thing.
the
Yeah,
opening season.
Yeah,
Opening
okay.
season.
got a
Opening
thing.
episode.
Roll it.
Roll it.
All right, guys, give it up one more time for the cast and executive producers of Strange New Worlds. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for joining us, and we're going to move on to some more exciting Trek news, guys. Alex is sticking with us. By the way, as if you all need a reminder, all 3 seasons of Strange New Worlds are available to stream on Paramount Plus, with 2 seasons to come soon, of course. Okay. I am so excited to get into this, Alex. It is time to talk, finally, about Starfleet Academy. Are you guys ready for this? We have all been dreaming of a Starfleet Academy show of something for so long. Alex, before we get into the meat of it, do you want to bring out your co-showrunner, perhaps?
Yes, my co-showrunner is the ever fantastic Noga Landau. Noga, come on out.
Give it up for Noga. All right, guys, we're going to fill some chairs here. We have an amazing cast. Here we go. Playing this season's villain, the one and only Paul Giamatti is with us. Come on, Paul Giamatti. Give it up for Kareem Diane. Kareem. Carice Brooks, join us, please.
Let's go.
George Hawkins, come on out. Bella Shepard, come on out. Make her feel welcome. Zoe Steiner. Sandra Rostock. Sandro. And last but certainly not least, our Chancellor of Starfleet Academy. It is the legend that is Holly Hunter, everybody!
Yes! Let's go!
All right, good casting job, guys. Look at this group, amazing. Give it up one more time for this amazing cast, guys. All right, Alex and Noga, let's start with you guys. Familiarize this audience a little bit with the world of Starfleet Academy. What do we need to know here?
Let's have
By the way, we didn't coordinate the blue. It just happened.
We're science officers
s-
today.
Yes, very sad.
So, Starfleet Academy takes place in the 32nd century. It takes place kind of picking up where Discovery left off, and they are reopening Starfleet Academy. You'll see some familiar faces because of that.
And I think, you know, what we love about this show is that on any other Star Trek show, you meet the bridge crew and they're fully formed human beings and they've chosen what they want to do with their lives. And these are characters who are really still figuring out who they are and what they want to do. And it's a very interesting way to tell a new kind of a Star Trek story that feels both really new and fresh, but also very, very familiar.
Perhaps we should show a little footage, at least, just to kick this off, Alex. We have a trailer, right?
I mean, we could. Do you guys want to see another trailer?
Here we go. Let's roll it.
All right, let's do it.
Starfleet Academy.
Oh my God.
I think some of the cast just had a heart attack watching themselves. Are you guys okay?
No.
I'm not okay.
No one's okay here. In the good way, though. Congratulations, guys. By the way, I've seen the first episode. The show rocks. This show really, really delivers. You are in for a treat. The show premieres January 15th on Paramount+. Let's get into a little bit. Now we know the school is the ship. That's an interesting twist here. Talk to me a little bit about how that plays out, how that influences the arc of this show.
Well, we were, you think of a Star Trek show and you think of a crew that goes to space, and then I think part of the question that many people wrestled with well before our tenure in Star Trek was, how do you do a show that's just in a classroom all the time? And so we thought, well, if you made the ship a teaching hospital where you have to go out into the field and learn in the field, but then you dock in San Francisco, you get the best of both worlds. So the ship is actually part of Starfleet Academy in San Francisco, but then gets deployed out into space for individual missions. And that's how our cadets are thrown into real-world jeopardy and learn how to actually be Starfleet officers.
I'm about to say something I never thought I would say. Holly Hunter, welcome to Star Trek. This is so cool. Holly, welcome. Talk to me a little bit about what drew you to this role. You are Chancellor and Captain of Starfleet Academy. What was the draw?
Well, I mean, I would say that, I was watching Star Trek with my father when I was 8 years old, and it's extraordinary that this franchise is still very much, the story is still being told, and people have a hunger for it, have a desire for it, for all these generations. So that was, just the pull of that was really exotic, interesting to me. But I also believe that the challenge of playing the captain, and in this particular situation, the part they were offering me, she's 422 years old, and that was so interesting. Like, what kind of life you could live to see people be born and die, and be born and die, and go in and out of your life, and what that could do to who you are and what you bring. And so I think that the character is incredibly young, and it was such a great intersection for me to feel that way as the character and to be confronted with these people who are truly young and truly starting out and almost like being born in Starfleet Academy, the beginning of a new chapter of their lives. And it's kind of a new chapter of my life, too, as the captain. So I just thought that was so provocative. And I thought the scripts were just beautiful. So, yeah.
It's a treat to have you as part of this. Amazing. Okay, so I want to go down the line. Sandra, talk to me a little bit about Caleb. We get a sense a little bit from that trailer that Caleb's a little bit reluctant to join the Academy. What do we need to know about Caleb? Give us a little sense of where he's at here.
Well, Caleb has a life outside of Starfleet Academy that is very, very rough, very instinctual, quite savage, and for the 15 years that he is alone, surviving on his own in the big galaxy out there, he has no need to rely on anyone else except for himself. And so when he confronts the reality of needing other people in his life and needing to have more of an open heart to growth and to allowing people in so that things can progress, I think it's really difficult for him, and I think that he has a lot of problems with it at the beginning. But the reality of Caleb is that he's savage on the outside, but on the inside, there's just someone who is much like the rest of us, who cares and who has a lot of love and a lot of fear. And I think the growth of that is what was intriguing for me, and what you should know about Caleb is that he's a human being.
And then we have Carice as Sam. Hi, Carice. How's it going? Talk to me a little bit about Carice being the first of her kind to join Starfleet Academy.
Thank you.
And how that POV informs the show a little bit.
Sorry, what's the question? Sorry.
Oh, you're still, oh my God. Carice was the one that was screaming the most during the footage, by the way.
You'll get used to it. I cry a lot. You'll get used to it.
You're not, so talk to me a little, okay, you're emotional. First, let's revel in this moment. What's it like for you to be here? Come on, congratulations.
Oh, man.
We're not flying by this big moment. Come on.
I don't mean to keep crying. I'm so sorry. What it means to be here is it's really crazy, because I feel like, especially right now, we're in such a really dark time in the world. And to see, I know Star Trek has always been like a beacon of hope, but to see the younger generation also be bought into that, I feel like we're also like the darkest generation ever. And it's kind of fun to be dark sometimes in a little bit of a sadistic way. But like, we really do need a beacon of hope these days. And so just to be here embraced in such a family with you guys, it's an honor that goes, I feel like that just transcends, at least the English language. There might be like a word in Spanish for it, but like, I don't really know Spanish. But like, it's just an honor. It's a real honor.
Well, you are now and forever a part of Star Trek, so congratulations. This is a moment. George, let's talk.
Do it, brother.
Darum appears to be a fairly confident cadet. Tell us a little bit more about...
I just want to say quickly,
yeah,
this is such like a full circle moment for me. I watched your podcast with Jodie Comer 2 years ago. Was it 2 years, a year ago? I was watching that and I was going, oh, this guy's so, the questions, the way you hold this industry up is like phenomenal. And sitting on this stage with you is unbelievable, dude. So thank you so much for your work. It's incredible.
Yes, does.
Thank you, buddy.
Yes, does.
As for Darum is, he is defined by competition and achievement. He finds his value in gaining and doing instead of being, right? And that's such an exciting thing to play. For me, I find so many parallels in my life where I feel valued when I'm doing, or when I'm doing something like this, where actually you are so valuable just by being, right? As for conflict with Darum, because he is so driven to prove himself, these other cadets are an instrument in proving himself and his reputation. That they're sadly to be used by Darum. Darum is there to run them over, to prove a point. And that's a really fucking scary thing to do, man. Take up the room. What? Why? And that's just been so exciting to play, just taking up the room, being big, being loud, being like a little bit aggressive. It was exciting, dude. So exciting.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you,
Very
mate.
cool. We have to have a Klingon in the house. You can't do Trek without a Klingon. Come on. Kareem, Jaden is in a long line of amazing actors who have played Klingons. Talk to me a little bit about, I don't know, did you connect with any previous actors, the prosthetics? Give us a little sense of what it's like to play a Klingon in Trek.
Yeah, so I have never, ever been in prosthetics ever for a role. I had no idea what to expect. But going into it, I quickly realized that it is a bit of a challenge. Yeah, it's a lot going on. You're getting all this stuff glued to your face, and you know, the wig, the hair, the makeup, the suit. There's a lot going on there, but I have a world of people who have come and helped to help make this experience seamless. The prosthetics team, Bella and I are both in that prosthetics trailer every single morning. We
like
have
4 hours earlier than everyone else.
5 hours.
Like a 2:30 call you have sometimes?
We have Brandy, Michael,
Sean,
Shauna,
Nicola,
and Lori, who some of those people
Kyle.
in that trailer are Emmy Award-winning like artists, or have been nominated or shortlisted in some way. So they're really the most talented people in the world. In the beginning, it took about 5 hours every single day to get ready. And I had over 100 applications of the makeup, but they've cut that time in half, which is really helpful. I also got the chance to chat with Michael Dorn, which was really awesome. Alex set up a FaceTime with him before I went into the makeup for the first time. So it was really dope to be able to like talk to the Klingon and then go and become a Klingon for the first time. That was really dope. I also talked to Doug Jones on the phone. Halfway through the season, because I was just like, man, this is hard. Like, I need help. So I got on the phone with him and he gave like so much great advice about being a prosthetics actor, how to really, successfully get through the day and how to manage everything. So I take his words with me into work every single day. Also, we get to work with Bob. Bob is a mentor to all of us. Like, he really just wants us all to succeed and do well. And so talking to him every day has also made this experience pretty seamless. Everybody together has helped create the sickest Klingon that y'all, I love this character so much, and I think you guys are really gonna fall in love with him. He's really different, but he's really cool.
Amazing. Congrats, ma'am. Bella, hi Bella. Good to see you. Talk to me a little bit about Genesis. Genesis wants to be a captain, doesn't she? How does her journey begin at Starfleet Academy?
Genesis is a young woman with goals that she desperately needs to achieve. It's kind of what drives her into joining Starfleet Academy. She's the daughter of a Starfleet admiral, so she's used to that kind of life, and she kind of is comfortable with pressure and expectations. And we kind of get to see her go through the journey of figuring out life and realizing that you can't meet perfection because perfect is not real. And so we kind of get to see her go through this beautiful arc, and it's really special to me to get to play a female character that is so dynamic. I tell Alex and Noga all the time how freaking lucky I feel because she's a leader and she's strong and she's smart and she's also empathetic and caring and soft and vulnerable, and it feels so good to be able to bring a female character to life that is more than just one thing, because everybody's more than just one thing, especially as a woman with, thank you. Certain expectations placed on us. And I love Genesis, and she's gonna be living in my heart for the rest of my life.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Congrats again. All right. Zoe, let's talk.
Hi.
Hi. So you're a Betazoid.
I am a Betazoid.
So how does that impact being a Betazoid in this mix? How does that impact your relationships with the rest of the folks at the Academy?
Yes. First of all, I just want to say hi. This is my first Comic-Con. I'm really excited to be here. I'm not gonna lie, my heart is racing, and out the back before we walked on, I was like, am I gonna be sick? But I wasn't, so that's good. I played Tarima Sadal, who is a Betazoid, an empath. And it's been the biggest privilege and gift to be able to play Tarima, because I feel so like her. Like, when I got the script in the first place, even just the audition sides, I felt like I was looking into a mirror, like reading the script. I couldn't believe it. She wears her heart on her sleeve. like she cannot help it, you know, even to her detriment, if you will. And it's been amazing to lean into that. She feels things very deeply as a Betazoid, and I think that there's a lot of power that can come with that, but she's also terrified of that power. And we see her navigate that in this series. I forgot the second part of the question that was like...
You're good. We're just teasing them today. And I do want to introduce, before we run, because we're running low on time, I feel like I'm missing one cast member on the panel. Who could it be?
I wonder who that is.
Guys, Paul Giamatti is part of Star Trek.
Woo!
What the hell?
No.
Paul. And we're out of time. Sorry. No, we kind of are, to be honest. But quickly, Paul.
Yes.
I mean, did you manifest this? You're a real deal fan, right?
I am a real deal fan. Like Holly, since about 7, 8 years old, I'd watch it with my father. So I grew up with it. All the iterations of it. I love it. So I had always been sort of saying it to people, gosh, I wish I could be on Star Trek someday. And then it actually happened. And then I was saying, gosh, I wish I could play a Klingon. And then it sort of happened. I sort
Klingon
of play
adjacent.
a Klingon. I play a Klingon. I play half Klingon, half Tellarite.
Right.
And the Tellarites are these really aggressive, disputatious pig people. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm all over that. So I got to play up. I'm the bad guy. It's fantastic. There's a great tradition of bad guys. I get to do it. So I'm happy as a pig in shit.
We are happy too. We are almost out of time. And look, this is an amazing stacked cast, but there's actually something else that we could announce, right? Casting-wise? Who's gonna have the honors?
Well, in high school, did anybody have like morning announcements? Right? So there's always the voice that would come over. So we were like, who's the perfect person to be our morning announcer? And, well, we should just have him tell you who he is.
Oh my God.
Pretty cool stuff, guys. All right, as we wrap up, I want to say this week also marks the launch of StarfleetAcademy.com, where fans can explore the Academy's campus life, academics, and faculty. Be sure to enroll today to receive exclusive updates and more. And also be sure to visit the Starfleet Academy booth on the show floor. Guys, we did it. Congratulations, Starfleet Academy, coming soon. Thank you all so much for coming out for the Star Trek Universe panel. Give it up one more time for this cast. Alex, Noga,